A brutal new front has erupted in eastern Ukraine. Russia's full-scale push on Pokrovsk has begun. Russia unleashed a 170,000-strong force in the Donbas heartland. Ukraine is fighting back, deploying elite special forces into the inferno. Our next story with the latest from the front lines.
The ground is shaking. The roar of artillery shakes the earth. Pokrovsk is drowning in steel and fire. The thunder of tanks echoes for miles as Russia launches its most punishing assault yet, deploying an estimated 170,000 troops in a massive drive across the Eastern Front. Rockets streak through the air, lighting up the city's ruins in a ghostly glow. The assault, relentless, organized, overwhelming, is aimed at capturing the strategic crossroads linking Donbas to the rest of eastern Ukraine. Ukraine's response is audacious and desperate. Special forces units have been inserted directly into the combat zone through high-risk operations. These aren't regular troops. They're elite fighters tasked with disrupting Russian logistics, targeting command posts, and holding impossible positions until reinforcements arrive. But now Moscow claims that Russian forces defeated a team of Ukrainian special forces, which were rushed to the embattled eastern city of Pokrovsk. Kyiv is vowing to defend the city at any cost.
There were many reports from the military today, details about the front line. Of course, Pokrovsk is first and foremost. We continue to destroy the occupiers, and the most important thing is to stop Russian attacks wherever possible.
The strategic value is staggering. Pokrovsk sits at a crucial junction, controlling supply routes into eastern Ukraine. Lose Pokrovsk and entire defensive lines collapse. Russian planners know it. Ukrainian commanders know it. That's why both sides are throwing everything into this grinding battle of attrition. Both armies are bleeding. Artillery exchanges flatten entire neighborhoods. Close quarters combat rages through ruins. Casualty rates climb into figures. Military analysts call unsustainable. Yet neither side blinks. Pokrovsk has become a test of will where tactical brilliance matters less than raw endurance. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
Dr. Anna Matvieva is a visiting senior research fellow, Russia Institute, King's College. She's now joining us live from London. Dr. Matvieva, thanks for your time. Why is the ground situation in Pokrovsk complicated and dynamic for Ukraine?
It has been like this, I have to say, about a year. Now the Russian offensive is at its final stage. We are reaching the climax. There are actually two offensives going on. One is the Pokrovsk one, the other is in Kupiansk. This is the northern theater of operation. Situation is also very difficult indeed. Russia also encircled, they say that they have encircled a large number of troops there. So there are two very intense operations going on at the same time. Certainly we have the fog of war. Russia said that they have captured a lot of prisoners of war. They are talking on camera saying that the situation is desperate and calling for their fellow soldiers to surrender if they want to be alive. The Ukrainian side is saying that we are going to hold on, we are going to relieve pressure, and we are going to prevail. The bigger question is whether Pokrovsk actually has this strategic value which is being attached to it. And there are different views on that. If we remember Bakhmut 2 years ago, a very similar operation, incredibly cruel, very many casualties on both sides. Russians eventually overpowered it, killed a lot of Ukrainian troops, but then that's where the front line stopped. It did not create a strategic offensive. It didn't mean that Russian troops really rolled over the whole of the region. So Pokrovsk may be the same. The idea that it has to be defended at all costs may turn counterproductive. Maybe if Russians even take it, that would not make that kind of
Doctor,
line situation. But my sense is that it's a matter of hours, probably days, when Russians would declare that they have taken it over at a very great cost on both sides.
all right, let's talk about that fact indeed, because if indeed the claims by Russia are true that Ukrainian troops are surrounded and have surrendered, what would it mean for Ukraine if they lost Pokrovsk to Russia? And in turn, what benefit would this city be to Russia?
The potential benefit is that it would allow, firstly, cutting off Ukrainian supply lines, because Pokrovsk is a kind of transport hub. So that would create more significant logistical problems for the Ukrainian armed forces. Secondly, it would allow the offensive to roll over into other areas, kind of west and north of Donetsk region, if Russians would manage to get through Ukrainian defense lines. And in that case, Russian forces would be very close to besieging two major Ukrainian cities which still hold Slavyansk and Kramatorsk. So that's the danger. The danger for Ukraine is also that by defending Pokrovsk at very high cost, they will lose a lot of men and a lot of people who can fight, who are sort of irreplaceable very easily, and also would lose a lot of equipment. So the equation of continuing to hold onto it may be strategically counterproductive if it will come under at a very high unsustainable cost for the Ukrainian armed forces. What we are seeing is that there have been 23 attempts by the Ukrainian troops to break out of the encirclement. So far, they have not been very successful because it's very intense drone warfare. So every soldier is chased by a drone. In that sense, it is very difficult to escape if you already got into that pretty dreadful situation.
Right. Doctor, we'll have to end it there. Thank you very much for talking to us today.
Thank you. Thank you.